I am making this video to point out a manipulation tactic I noticed today. I am a complete novice at editing videos, so please bear with me. I noticed during Adam Aron's interview with CNBC there was a lot of white noise during the interview with Jim Cramer, essentially blocking out major talking points the CEO of AMC had to say. Now, I want you to watch some snippets of interviews with professional shills on CNBC and listen to them. Coming up is Jim Shanos with Andy Sorkin.
He says it's possible that they could reach profitability by the end of this year. That assumes, though, that the box office total reaches a little over $5 billion. Is that a realistic possibility?
Yeah, well, let's put expectations into sort of perspective here. At the beginning of this year, when AMC's stock was trading at $2, the expectations for revenues for AMC were $3.5 billion this year.
On to the next, we have Rich Greenfield and Melissa Lee.
What caught my eye in the notes that the producers gave me is the violation of debt covenants in the fourth quarter of 2021. Can you tell us about what will trip those covenants and whether or not AMC has the funds at this point, after all these capital raises, to pay back that tranche and take care of that slice of debt?
It's a great question. I mean, obviously, this is a company that's still burning cash. I mean, look, the box office, for all the excitement about sort of the return of movies, which I think you've seen a lot of, like, you know, movies are coming back and you see a lot of people excited about it. But the reality is.
On to the next, we have Sorkin and Cramer.
Jim, we're going to be hearing from AMC later today after the market. And we were having a conversation with Rich Greenfield. This is the apes. This is the meme stock of the moment. What are you expecting?
Well, yeah, I thought it was funny. He's still using that penny a share target. It doesn't seem right. What I do think is that the people who are involved and like the stock, I know that Rich Greenfield was saying that they're dumping. I'm not so sure they're dumping. I just think that what's happened is the short pressure has ended. That said, the apes love, I can't believe I'm calling him that. The apes love Adam Aron. Adam Aron's been able to pull a rabbit out of a hat.
Now I notice the reporters and interviewees, Andrew Sorkin, Melissa Lee, Jim Cramer, Jim Shanos, and Rich Greenfield all had the opportunity to have clear speech and be heard. Please take note of the upcoming interview with Jim Cramer and Adam Aron.
Across Hollywood, they tell me that the proven way to build billion-dollar movie franchises is to take it to theaters first.
But Adam, I paid $30 for Black Widow very willingly. It was dynamite. I watched it at home. I didn't have to pay the cost of that popcorn that you cost a fortune for. I didn't have to buy the Diet Coke because it was right there in my kitchen. And you know what? It was like one unbelievable opportunity. I had a big screen. Adam, I wish you had been with me. We would have had a dynamite time.
A realistic possibility?
Yeah, well, let's put expectations into sort of perspective here.
No one is a bigger proponent of vaccination than AMC. I said on this network 6 months ago, the most important man in the movie business was Albert Bourla, the CEO of Pfizer.
That slice of debt.
It's a great question. I mean, obviously, this is a company that's still burning cash. I mean, look, the box office, for all the excitement about sort of the return of movies, which I think you've
seen the School of Public Health on our safe and clean protocols to make sure that we operate our theaters safely and cleanly. We were so far ahead of the rest, not just of the movie theater industry, but all of industry, on air purification and upping the filtration.
I'm saying, if you got $2 billion, when will you share it with shareholders?
Well, first of all, there's a lot in there, Charles. Let me start with a little praise back. I've been watching very carefully what you've been reporting about AMC these past many months, and we're very appreciative of the coverage that you've given us. You've been very kind in your comments. In terms
of getting more active in cryptocurrency, maybe one of the ways to earn our market valuation that David was talking about earlier. If I can just say one thing, and then we're going to wrap up.
So let's talk about one more idea from the ape community, and that's, hey, Bitcoin. So are people going to be able to use Bitcoin to go actually purchase these movie tickets?
Yes, that was another great idea that came in from our shareholder base. We did announce yesterday that we figured out a way to put the technology in place. We'll do so by year end. So
why do I pay taxes for? Whatever happened to integrity with news reporters and enforcers of capital markets?
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. So, I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!
Oh right. Integrity is only a fantasy represented in the movies. Almost forgot.